getting started right now. Stephanie Gilmore has had enough with the grommet on tour. Caroline Marks. Caroline in a must situation to keep tabs on Carissa Moore in her true first world title campaign. Caroline, second season on the top 17. And Caroline Marks looking to get started right now. Marks already with a 3.67, paddling hard to catch up to this one. Ton of open face and wall for Marks. Nice clean backside snap in the pocket. Hard off the bottom, big section, tags it. Free falls and takes a crazy wipeout.
Rebel stand up at Caroline Marks. Look at this first turn right in the pocket. And then the intention on maneuver number 2, straight up through the lip with that free fall drop. And that back foot just came unglued from the board, unfortunately. Let's have a look again. Beautiful deep bottom turn. Nice snap in the pocket. Taking her time. You can see her eyeing out that section. Watch how she opens up the shoulders here. That front arm. Now it sort of starts to crank off the bottom. Straight up through the lip. I mean, that is as critical as you like. With a bit of a free fall drop, that front foot, the back foot actually came unstuck. And that was a very awkward wipeout there for Caroline Marks. Most surfers would have kicked that board away. Nope, she tried to pull that one off, Joe. She wants to win this heat, that's for sure. The ladies that made it through yesterday will be having a heyday today. I mean, it was kind of almost victory at sea in the morning, and then it did clean up through the day, but right now it is perfect Honolulu Bay.
Now Gilmore setting up her first turn on that pink DHD. Nice clean front side wrapping turn. She'll be behind though on the end section. So just a one maneuver wave for Stephanie Gilmore.
Very key out here. I mean, you want to be on those good ones. You know, you saw that the waves that Carissa was choosing. You know, bigger waves, a little bit more tapered off. Steph seems to be looking for those sort of medium ones. Maybe she's looking for that barrel through the inside, but beautiful snap off the top there from Steph. And this wave just not cooperating. So a 3.67 for Caroline Marks, a 3 for Steph Gilmore at the moment.
Carissa Moore had a potential shot of closing out the world title race early in Portugal, but I think they'd rather it all happen here on this wave. Here's a backside hook for Caroline Marks. This wave trimming down the line and not really giving her a good section to work with. One maneuver there to add to her top 2. First wave 3.67.
You know, nice drop here, big late drop there from Caroline. You know, big snap in the pocket, but that was kind of all she wrote, which I don't really mind. You know, get another wave under your belt, try and keep that momentum, that rhythm going with the ocean. The longer you sit there, then that pressure builds. You know, you've got to find your form through these heats. And for me, Caroline Marks is the kind of surfer that the more waves she catches, the more comfortable she becomes. You got to just rewind to yesterday. The last wave in her elimination heat was an 8.83, and that was due to the fact she got that momentum. She found her groove.
Speaking of Bubo, I had a chat with her earlier. Longtime competitor, former runner-up in the world back in the year 2000, and a great representative of Hawaii. She was so proud of what Carissa's accomplished. We'll get back to that with Steph Gilmore setting up this rail hook. Jams it off that lip line. And a tough wave to surf, but she's able to stay on her feet for a completion. This heat's still yet to open up, Potts.
And again, you can see a smaller medium wave, and as she takes off, there's that white water which kind of makes that wave fold down, and it's got a little bit of a weird lump and bump, so it's a lot harder to engage your fins, to set that rail and make those turns nice and clean. You know, nice little maneuver there, but then got stuck behind the white water. So I'm sort of a little bit in two minds about her wave selection, which for me is key out here. You've got to be on the good ones to win these heats, especially against someone like Caroline Marks.
Starting off with a big win on the Gold Coast. Caroline up on a healthy looking wall. Hard bottom turn. Clean backhand snap off the lip. Fading wrap on the second maneuver. Wrap into the pocket again. Jams it tight in the pocket and kicks out. Potts, when I caught up with Megan Abubo, she was comparing Caroline Marks to a young Chelsea Georgeson.
Caroline's going to be looking for a certain type of wave, a wave that's going to run at a different pace, and it's going to allow her to take her time off the bottom and do those kind of maneuvers, those big hooks, because on your front side, it's really hard to get that board vertical. On your backhand, when you're standing with your right foot forward, your back to the wave, You see how Caroline's opening up her shoulders, which gets her, it's almost like that pendulum effect where she gets that board nice and vertical up into the lip, and that's where the big points are going to come from. That's the point of difference that Caroline has as opposed to the regular footers, where you're going to see more of that, the horizontal surfing, more of those big wrapping turns and not quite those big critical snaps in the pocket.
So a solid wave for Caroline Marks. Beautiful technique off the bottom here, Potts.
Yeah, you can see that front arm as she throws that front arm around, and it just gives her that motion, that ability to get that board nice and vertical up into the lip, and the judges loved it. 5.50, quite rightly so. If she's got something else to say about it.
Steph, speed turn off the lip.
501.
Second maneuver, free fall right in the pocket. She'll throw down that rail into the wrapping cutback. One of her better strikes so far in the heat with Caroline. She'll carve through the inside keiki bowl and get back to business. 15:50 to go.
You can see how Steph is sort of more racing down the line, where Caroline sort of more drop into the bottom of the wave. Now she does. Right here, critical stuff there from Steph Gilmore. A little bit of a tap into the lip with a free fall drop. And then the wave kind of goes a little sleepy. This turn here, beautiful snap there from Steph. So definitely a better wave. Definitely looking a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more loose. Nice opening maneuver. And then this turn right here, super critical. Up into the lip with that free fall drop, creating that little bit of drama that the judges love. Looking to replace a 3.0, ultimately looking for a 5.01. So Steph really needing something up into that 6 or 7 point range.
Well, Steph Gilmore's been building. She went from a 3 to a 4.17. Like you said, Potts, built her confidence from turn to turn on her final wave here.
You can see her eyes, where she's looking at. She's working out where she wants to tag this lip. Now she sees it, identifies it, goes up into it, kind of uses it as a bit of a launch pad, and there's that free fall drop there, that weightlessness feeling where you're just hoping that your board lands correctly. Steph Gilmore straight into that next maneuver. So beautiful transition between the turns. Nice clean arcs there from the 7 times world champion.
A final, but there's a lot going on in the water right now. Gilmore still with the lead. If she can win this heat, it'll be over, and Carissa will be a 4-time world champ. For Caroline Marks,
Caroline Marks needs a 5.68. We saw Carissa Moore in the locker room. She just spoke to Barton saying, I'm not really thinking about the world title, but I guarantee she is right about now.
Steph Gilmore out the back on a solid one. Nice hack in the pocket for Gilmore. Big blast, blows the board out on a big section, and she goes down.
Yeah, wow. You know what? All Steph had to do was ride out of that, and it was another massive score for Steph Gilmore. Let's have a look at Steph's wave here. A little snap in the pocket, didn't really connect there, but this maneuver right here, had she pulled this one off, that was going to be a massive score. It took me 9 years before I won the world title, so a lot of time on tour before it all happened. Here we go.
Caroline Marks needs a 5.68 up and out. Priority to Gilmore with 5.25 to go.
Wow. It's just not the feeling of winning, but it's also a feeling of feeling like you've mastered the ocean and you've done everything right and put yourself in the right place at the right time and caught the right waves. Here we go.
2.25 to go. Gilmore uses priority on a gorgeous wave at Honolulu Bay. Nice wrapping turn. Digs into a searing carve. Gilmore eyeing off the lip line. Lays down the carve towards the end of the keiki bowl and goes down. Right when it felt like Steph had surfed her way into rhythm, she fell on the finish.
A beautiful wave here for Steph Gilmore. Poetry in motion. What a style she has. Right there, that was kind of a safety maneuver for Steph Gilmore. And again, just a nice, smooth, clean carve. Jams it into the lip there. That was more radical, right? That's what she needed to do.
Caroline Marks on a bomb out the back. Marks tagging that first section. Does this wave have enough wall? She'll redirect here to try to set up the lip line. Still forced to carve. Just hugging that pocket. Gets a backside hack off the top and carves her way through this inside corner. Caroline stays on her feet. 1 minute 30 to go.
Out the back, watch Caroline's first turn. Straight up in the pocket, big jam in the pocket there. You can see Caroline just maybe in a little bit more of attack mode. You know, Steph was just trying to back up that score. And brings it through the inside. A couple of big turns off the backhand. You know, is Steph going to better that 4.17? That's the question. To get a good score like that, you know, the judges have been super critical about finishing waves off to get those good scores.
Numbers coming in for Caroline Marks, chasing down a big score. It is not enough. It's official. Carissa Moore is now a 4-time world champion.